Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Let's see, it's 11:30 in the morning. I've got $5,000. I'm almost feeling like, okay, so in my Twitch game, I purchased a truck. I'm not sure how wise that was. It was a lot of fun, though. We did a ground-up restoration on that truck, and I'm feeling like we might need to do something like that here. But once again, for my sake, that I don't get bored to death, I feel like we need to do it a different way. So I'm going to actually look at used cars this time instead of junkyard cars, and we are going to maybe do an engine swap or something like that. We'll get parts from the junkyard. One of the things that I found in this game since the last time I played was that it's the junkyard stuff is actually a lot of fun. Like going to the junkyard, scoping out what. Oh, yeah, we're gonna. No, if I get a pickup truck, I got a thing we need to do. But just kind of scoping out the junkyard and getting parts is beyond addictive. Like it's super fun to go to the junkyard and find parts and try to rebuild stuff using what you find at the junkyard. Sometimes things that you get there are not very good, and other times you get stuff that's pretty decent. But for the most part, it's junk. But there are sometimes like leaf springs and stuff like that. You can get some pretty good condition stuff. And what I found with the game is that things turn black as they get worse. So the blacker something is, the worse it is. The grayer it is, the newer it is. The blacker it is, the worse it is. So you will find the junkyard has a whole range of things. A lot of them are fairly used. So it's not turning over. So we have a series of parts that we need to check here. I really wish. Now, so there's another thing, too, that I found. There are some free lifts that are on the beach, and we can install one here at our house so that we can lift these cars up and actually work on them in a manner that allows us to get underneath them. What do we got here? That looks good. Distributor looks good. That looks good. The alternator looks good. Let's check the starter. I mean, that starter doesn't look bad. Cables look good. How about fuel line? Let's check the fuel line. I think on this car, the fuel pump... that's the fuel line right there, that black line. That looks good. Odd. Usually when it won't start, it's one of these. Let's take a real quick look at the distributor cap. And I'm going to... No, that looks good. Okay, let's pull this off. Yeah, that looks good. Maybe check the spark plugs. Huh. I thought it was for sure it would be one of those. I mean, from here, that looks great. Let's turn the flashlight on. Yeah, that's all good. Sparkies look a little bit worn. Oh, I should check the battery, too. Battery looks good. We'll put the charger on the battery and see if that's maybe but it's cranking. It's just not turning over. So usually that's an ignition problem. Like an actual ignition issue. Well, let's take a look inside the engine. We'll do a poor man's diagnostic and stick our head in the engine. Or not. How's that fuel pump look? That looks good. He didn't burn out the engine, did he? Dipstick, let's just make sure it has oil. Radiator fluid, how about that? Yeah, radiator fluid is good. Just checking. Huh. So what could it be? Let's check the gas tank and make sure it's not full of holes. Nope, gas tank looks... I think that's the tank right there. Yeah, it's the tank. And it has... Oh, yeah, the lines go... It's all hooked up right. I'm not sure where to go with this, so let's go ahead and take... These lines look good. And they're giving me $1,000, so that means that there's probably a lot of stuff that needs to happen. There we go. Spark plug puller. Let's take a look at these plugs and see what we see. Wait, I'm not hearing them turn. There they go. How does that look? That looks brand new. We'll check them all, but I think if we got like that, that's new. That looks good. Turn our flashlight back on. That's in mint condition. That's not promising. Oh, I see the problem. It's not the plugs. Okay. Put these back on. Now, I don't know. Usually you can tell the plugs. You should be able to tell in real life. Once you get the cables off, you can see the condition of the sparker. I don't know what you call that part. The sparky. The sparky thingy. And here's why we're having an issue seeing it. Once again, the second thing that you're going to look at, if the starter parts look good, then it could be airflow issues. So it's a fuel-air mixture, right, that causes the combustion. So it makes sense that, oh, shoot, I loosened something and I don't know what it was. I hate when that happens. Somewhere something got, I'm going to click on all these. There we go. I got it. Okay. Whew. You got to be careful when you're unscrewing stuff. So if the fuel system looks good, then there's chances are there's an issue with your airflow. And I happen to see it. I happen to side-eye see it. Come on. What are you doing? Pick that up. There. Nope. Come on. Well, I'm just going to take the whole carburetor off. But you can see here, underneath here, the carburetor is looking mighty filthy. And there's one more screw. And this is hard to get your head in here. You're either above it or below it, and that's the problem. You can't really get right on it. If I could get this pan filter off. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I didn't see those. So now we should be able to take this whole thing off, right? Good. For some reason, I'm not able to pick this stuff up. It's being weird. There, okay. Strange. There's all 4 screws, and we can pull the carburetor off. Come on. What is going on with this? Oh, my God. I'm going to get angry here. I don't know what's going on with the controls, but I'm going to have to reload the game because I don't know what it's doing. It's being stupid. I'll be back. All right, I've restarted. Let's try this again. Oh, there. Now I can actually pick stuff up. Okay. So there's our bad part right there. That's a carburetor. And it's for Chad, Bart. Okay, so we're going to go into our catalog. Take a look here. And no wonder they gave us so much money. That's freaking expensive, but... And once again, when you get these parts, they look kind of... I don't know if the steel look makes them look used, but they're not... If you look at that, and again, you look at this is all rusty. They start to have rust on them. That's how you know you got a bad part. Let's go ahead and tighten this back up. Stop doing that. Make sure that's tight. Touch that. That snaps in place. And we're going to take this and put that in there. And take this. And whoops. All right. And now the ultimate test. I need to get a toolbox. Did that fix our problem? And I'm thinking yes, but we'll find out. Let's see. Oh yeah. And so she's running like a charm. Perfect. Good old days when you had a carburetor and you could actually pull the throttle in the engine. And so there, we made a quick about $1,200 right there. That was a pretty easy job. Let's go ahead and send this back to the owner. Loose welds. Loose welds? Excuse me, that's not my problem. Loose welds? All right, hold on a second. Let me see if I can find that. That's a bug. I'm going to call it a loss because I don't know how to weld, and I haven't figured that out yet, and I'm not about to. But that sucks that they charged that against me because I didn't do that. The car came with the job was can't start. It has nothing to do with welding. Oh well, what are you going to do? Still made it like $800 pretty quick. So frustrating though. I don't know why they did that. That was annoying. Okay, let's see what we got next. Head gasket. Sure, why not? Let's see what they pay. Ugh. May not be worth. Oh, another one. Just this one's got the back on it. Head gasket's going to be down in there. So I'm going to try to leave the radiator together. Let's get this done. So now we know the head gasket's probably not worth it. Need that. What is that? That is some sort of housing. Thermostat housing? Is that what that's saying? Thermos housing? No, thermostat housing. Okay, that makes sense. These. If I get this whole unit off, I think in real life you'd probably have to disconnect a bunch of other stuff, but since they're only paying $200 for this job, in real life that would be, I mean, a head gasket replacement, that would be like a $3,000 job. These guys have cheap labor here, I guess. No, I loosened something. That's not good. I loosened something somewhere. Hopefully it was on here. Let's see if I can find the bolt that I loosened. I think it's probably going to be on here. Nope. Nope. Any of these? Nope. Nope. Crap. Something somewhere got loosened mistakenly. I've never done... Oh, no. The head gasket's underneath all this. Let me find that screw. I'll be back. What cracks me up was they didn't say which head gasket. Could be either of these. I'm thinking it's underneath. Let's see here. Let me look at this. It won't be here. It'll be under here. I guess we try this side first, right? And what's going to stink is that the exhaust is going to... I think this has dual exhaust, so... Let's see. That's going to be this one and this one. And yep, and then we can pull that exhaust manifold off. And that's just going to fall down there. And I'm going to have to see. We're going to pull this off. There we go. That's going to go over here. See, look how much more work I have to do and how much less pay I'm getting for this job. Right? Oh, well, what are you going to do? All right, and so that comes off there. And then we'll set that out there. And there should be a series of bolts. Is it this side now that has to come off? See, I've never done one of these V8s before, so I'm not sure. I would think the head gasket lies, but you know what? Is it really? No, I might have taken that off unnecessarily. I think this might be. Nope. Okay, so it's under this. Oh. Oh, boy. Well, talk about thrown into the fire. Yeah, there's the... yeah. I don't think we'd had to do all this, but like technically you did, but will this loosen this part? Okay, there we go. Now we got the header off. And oh yeah, look at that. That'll do you. Okay, so there's the head gasket. I wasn't sure if it was under that. I mean, in real life, you'd have to take that all off anyway, I think, to get the head gasket out. I don't think you just take the whole assembly out, but you might be able to. Search. Head. Cylinder head. No gasket? What? Gasket. Oh, it was there. Okay, head gasket. I don't know if I'm going to need... it goes into the ground. There we go. I don't know if I'm going to need a second one. We'll find out. Let's put this all back together, see if it says that it's done. And if it's not, then, yeah, we need it. Come on. And where did the cylinder head go? This isn't good. So now here's the problem with this game. Okay, there it is. I have found that sometimes parts fall through the ground here. So you gotta kind of watch what you're doing. Okay, well, there's that. And where did our rocker? There we go. There's the rockers. Rockers, keep on rocking. And there's that. Rockers. So we would have had it in real life. You would have had to take these off. At least the distributor cap. It would not sit there like that happily. Might as well put this back on. Temp gauge or thermostat. Oh, no, I can't do that yet. This is next. We're just going to bolt this all together. Once again, last job, we made $800 for like 20 seconds of work. This job, we made $200. Well, less than $200 because I had to buy the gasket. So, for hours of work. Now what? See, now it's doing it again. I can't pick this up. Okay. There we go. Did that go on? Yeah, it did. Okay. All right, let's take a look here and see what it says. Some parts are missing. Yeah, missing fluids. Great. So we are going to have to put fluids back in. Yeah, so really, no real benefit at all to doing a header replacement, because by the time you replace the fluids and stuff, you're looking at what, $90 in parts probably in fluids, and you're making. Yeah, I mean we still made $200, and in real life that would not be enough for this job, but. All right, let's get a read. Missing fluids. Okay, so which fluids did we run out of? We might be... Stand up, you idiot. Could be out of radiator fluid. Yeah, it's got some in there, but it did lose some. How about oil? We got our oil. We have oil, so all we're missing is some radiator fluid, it looks like. Which would make sense because... we had to take that hose off. So do I have my... Yeah, I do. I got a nice collection here of coolant. And we'll fill it up. All right, she's all filled up. Let's go ahead and close her up and send her back. Send her packing. Job info complete. Boom. All right, that's 2 for today. So I'm thinking maybe we will do a junkyard build. And I think I'll just do a different kind of pickup truck. Well, we'll see. I really want a pickup because with the pickup truck, we can move things around a lot easier. And if we need to move furniture, we can move furniture. If we need to tow a trailer, we can tow a larger trailer. The downside is... and the reason why I want to get a used one rather than a junkyard one is that we need to be able to actually start hauling parts right away. So let's see what they have at the today. Let's see, it's about 15. We'll do one more car, and then we'll head down to the used car shop. Actually, maybe we should do it now because it's getting late in the day. So hold on one second. All right, so we are here in town. Oh, I got a toolbox. Can I take this? I can. And it's got a wrench. Was that mine? Can I steal things from the shop? Unfortunately, this is too big to put in your inventory, but I don't know if we can taxi at places, but I'm going to take it with me and see if I can. This makes life a lot easier, but we may have to wait till we can buy a car, or at least come down to town with a car. All right. Oh, they got a pickup in stock. The other car that would work with a trailer would be this NIV. That looks like it's in bad shape. We can fix it up probably pretty cheap. But how much is it? So that's as much money as we have. But we'd have to put a V6 in this. This is a 1.5 liter i4. And I would at least do a V6 in this car to be able to pull the trailers because it's a heavy car with a 4-cylinder engine. Yeah, we could probably cram a V6 in there. This has got some... Look at all these broken parts on this car. Ugh. How much they want for these? This is what I have to save up for. So we're looking at 10 grand, 12 grand, something like that. The color. Oh, lordy. And I mean, these are not... This one looks like... No, it's got... Look at this. The cylinder head is bad. It looks like the rocker panel is bad. This side's good. Got a bad alternator. This is in bad shape. The flat tire. Oh, the front axle's bad. I mean, honestly, this is almost as bad as a junkyard car. It's a hair better. These parts you can get at the junkyard, but what they're asking for this, like, man, I would expect. But maybe the truck is running. Look at that. You got a bad drive shaft. This one's definitely in better condition. Bad leaf spring, bad steering motor. Oof. So I don't know. Either way, you're looking at about $10,000. If I get it from the junkyard, it'll be $10,000. Let's go to the junkyard and see what I got. Okay, so can I hold this and then go to the junkyard? Nope. That's why we have to leave that there. Okay, let's go to the junkyard and see. If you've never been here before, it's an amazing thing. Let's go see what he's got. It's going to load in here when I get close. I'll be back. All right. So we have this. The junkyard is great because there's just a ton of stuff here. If you haven't been, but it's a good place to get a good deal. However, most of the good deals are bad deals because they have to be completely rebuilt. And so you're going to see this one actually has a pretty complete body, which that helps. Let's look around and see what else. It's missing a panel here, but actually the interior is in pretty good shape. This cab, though, that's really bad, all that rust. We probably have to replace this section, or at least the bottom half of the cab there has to be replaced. You'd use the cutter disc and cut that off, and then what are we looking here? Frame, short frame, it looks like. If I'm not mistaken, that's the short bed. One of the frame rails needs to be replaced. We got a good shocks up front. That's not bad. Nothing really in the back. We'd have to rebuild the whole thing. That's okay, though, because it's a junkyard. I mean, that's what you're doing. And once again, the issue is getting parts back and forth. I'm not sure if that's bad. That's our drive shaft there. Or what do they call that? Distribution. Basically the drive shaft comes out of the motor, goes here, and then it splits it to the front and rear wheels. It has no pumpkins whatsoever. It's literally no suspension and a bad steering arm. No wheels. How much do they want for it, though? $1,800. Okay. I mean, seems about right. Some of these, they look like they got more stuff, but you still might have to replace parts. What is this? It's a gearbox for what? A Lad, Jesse. Yes, that won't fit. What is that? An i6? Yeah, weird. This one's got bad rails on both sides. Cabin's rotted out. No interior to speak of. It's got all the body panels, though, and it's got a hood. But we get these all the time. You can just steal these off trucks and buy parts. So I almost feel like we could get a better deal if we just pieces part it together. But the problem, once again, is getting it to our house. That's a $3,400 Jeez. I'm interested to see if we take the frame off and just leave just everything and leave the frame. That's $4,500. But this one seems like, okay, it's got an okay interior. That's going to have to be replaced. This is all, but we can still use the truck. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's going to be our shop truck. I always go with that philosophy and then end up spending the money to get it done nicely anyway, because I'm a fool. We got ruined pumpkin in the back. No pumpkin up front. Engine looks, obviously. So why are they asking so much for this one? Oh, that looks awful, man. I think we're going to be better just trying to find a frame. This selection is bad. We'll come back tomorrow. I'm not happy with what we got here. So let's head back home. I'm going to do some more jobs. But I'm not seeing what I like here. But what I'm thinking is maybe I can come down here with this. Like this bed would be worth having if we do a short coupled pickup like this. Or we could get a longer one. But we could do either or. But anyway, if I can find a good chassis, I can just take all these parts off. Like I would buy this. The hood's good. This front piece is good. It needs a new headlight, but and we'll just I don't want that motor. I want a V8. If I'm gonna have a truck, we're gonna use it This wheel is good. So we could, that liner looks good. Yeah, that's fine. We could buy that. And get this all, just buy the pieces from these trucks. That door is fine. And then if we get another rail in, I think there's there's a left and a right on these rails. Yeah. Maybe that's the way we can do this, is just you strip everything that we need from here. And once again, I think this one had good rail. Like, I would buy this one because it's got one good rail. And then I come over here and take the rail off of this one, and we just get a bunch of pieces and put it together into a pickup truck. This one does not have any good rails. We're going to have to make a list, folks. But this one's got a good rail here, it looks like. This one's bad, but this one's good. So we'd have a left off of that one and a right off of this one. But you have to buy at least one frame. So this looks like it's bent. That's bad right there. That's bent. This is the longer frame, and it does have one good rail and one bad rail. But this might be. I kind of like the long bed pickups better because you get obviously a lot more room in there. So I might, I don't have a wrench or anything, but this is what we're looking for. And we probably won't have it tomorrow, so that was stupid of me to come down here. Actually, we could do this quick. Let's do it. Why not do it today, and then we'll be done with this episode. So hold on. No, you know what? Bad idea. I'm just going to wait till the next episode because tomorrow is another day. It's 16 already. They close at 18. It's going to take me an hour or so to pull this apart. I got to take all these pieces off and leave only the pieces on that I feel like saving. That radiator looks good. Engine bad. All this stuff. Got a good carburetor on it. Okay, anyway, I'll be back. So we'll go back to the house. All right, we're going to see what jobs are available. No, it's not a money. Skip. Can't start. Take this job. Usually these pay off. Sometimes they don't. It's $1,100. That's a good pay. It says some parts are damaged, so we need to find the damaged parts. Once again, definitely needs a new carburetor. And so we've done this before. Easy peasy. We'll get this done today, and then that'll be the end of this episode, and I will see you guys in the next exciting episode. But this is an easy one here. Let's grab that. And we're going to loosen this. Nope. Yep. Take that off. Oh, and that popped right out. We're going to take this off. Is that damaged, or that's just the way it's shaped? That's the way it's shaped. Okay. Air filter out. And there's our bad part. So grab this. Now we know how to do it. See how much faster that went? Now that once you learn how to do something, it goes a lot quicker. So I need a Chad V8 carb. Carburetor. Performance carburetor. Ooh. We'll buy that. And just because a part looks good, what I've found with this game, the hard part is it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to run forever. Some of the parts that you get at the Junkyard, they might look just like this, but they will have a really low rating as far as like their survivability. And so they will wear out very quickly, and then you'll be having to replace the part. The good news is they do turn rusty when that happens. So, I don't know how the game does as far as like how quickly things wear out. If they'll wear out real fast if you do something wrong, but I'm not sure how long a part will last. Just like a regular part. There she goes. And once again, an easy job. We just made $1,000. So We've had 2 of those today and 1 nightmare job. So there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed this episode. I am going to save up. I'm going to keep playing for a bit and try to save up money. I know I said that last time, but I do want to get some more money together because, once again, oh man, even the used ones are bad, but it's less money. If I can save up like $15,000 and then just get the rest of the parts from the junkyard for a truck that's sort of running, at least that way we can get it done quicker and have a pickup truck. And then we can start hauling, car bodies from the junkyard back here and actually building cars. You make a lot more money, I think, if you can actually take a car, make it nice, clean it up real good. We can get a rack up here to work on it. And then we don't have to worry about the customers anymore. We can still do some customer stuff, but we can start earning a lot of money by rehabbing cars, and that's where I want to get to. So anyway, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this episode. Have a great night. Be sure to subscribe, thumbs up, always help, and we'll see you next time on My Garage.